Hi, everybody. I thought I'd come back for a few. I do this in between clients sometimes. So, a lot of times we use the word intimacy, and sometimes I use it because we're not allowed to say sex on certain media platforms. But generally, what does intimacy mean? So, intimacy means closeness, it means feeling connected and that the other person empathizes with your experience. If you grew up in a dysfunctional home, then it's kind of difficult to know what intimacy feels like because you never were able to relax and feel trusting and close to another person. If you didn't see intimacy between your parents, then it's hard to feel intimate with anybody, that you're dating or that you're married to. And thank you for the likes. Please send likes if you are watching this. So a basic thing that you need for intimacy is empathy. So you need to understand each other's perspectives. This is what therapy can really help with, is getting to a place where each of you can understand what the other one is thinking and feeling. So that can transfer into the bedroom, but it's not only about the bedroom, right? So you need to be exploring in the bedroom, but also you need to be exploring out of the bedroom with different ways of interacting and communicating and really just being close. So being intimate doesn't mean that one person gets to be right in all of the encounters, and it doesn't mean that one person is scared of the other person, and it doesn't mean that the people are judging each other. It's the opposite. It's like where people feel like kind of free and safe, and like whatever they do or say would be accepted or approved of. Obviously within limits, not being unkind to the other person, for example. But this is like really what intimacy is. And if you've not ever really seen it, it's so important to realize, and send likes if you're watching. But if you've never seen an intimate connection between your parents, then those are the people, those adult children of dysfunctional families, are who can be really, really helped by therapy. Because therapy helps you figure out and game plan and even practice in session new and different ways of interacting with each other that then can go into all areas, so including the bedroom. So, for example, an intimate encounter, something that really feels close, is where there's no judgment, where somebody could say something that they want to do in bed, let's say, and the other person could either want to do it or not want to do it, but there would be no shame, there would be no condescension, there would be not just this closed off, rigid thing where somebody says, ew, why would you even want that? That is not an intimate interaction. So you want to be close and loving and empathic in the bedroom as well in order to foster a sense of intimate togetherness. If anybody has any questions, you can type those in the comments too, and send stars if those are available. But I really wanted to, hammer home that point that in an intimate relationship, there's not judgment, there's not condescension, there's not saying that somebody is disgusting for wanting something, whether it's in the bedroom or out of the bedroom. So just like a woman shouldn't say to a guy, oh, you want oral sex? That's gross. The guy shouldn't say, you want to go to one of those stupid fall festivals and just waste our weekend like that? Kids don't even like it. It's probably going to rain. Coming from a place of no really precludes intimacy. It's very hard to feel intimately connected to somebody who says no, yuck, bad, I don't want to, etc. Coming from a place of yes is much better for the couple. And it's much better for friendship and for working on a team at work or anything. And I talk about this a lot with my podcast episode, The Cult of Boundaries and Preferences. Nowadays, it's really on trend to make your boundaries and your preferences are like the most important thing in the world. Ironically, this is also people who talk about other people being narcissists. What is a narcissist if not somebody who puts their own needs and preferences and boundaries above everything else? I mean, you can't have it both ways. So either you got to be a person who's flexible and giving, or you might have to examine that you could potentially be somewhat self-absorbed. So most people in the world would do much better to think about ways that they could say yes to others versus ways to have these impenetrable boundaries, which are often just saying a fancy word for saying, I just do what I want when I want it, which is not going to work in any relationship. Do you guys have any kind of questions about that or about anything else? I have time to take maybe one or two questions about relationships or people or sex or intimacy or anything like that. So I'll give you some seconds to do that. And you guys should all join my Facebook group. It's super fun in there. A lot of open-minded people and talking about things. And there is joking around. So sometimes people, I think, may think that it's just like some sort of therapy group. It's not therapy. You don't get therapy for $5 a month. It is not a therapy group, but it is a group of smart people who, yes, do like to joke around. But most of the threads are advice about relationships. People put their observations or their thoughts about their own dynamic, whether it's a pursuer distancer or it's a sexless marriage or it's somebody dealing with somebody's, behavior in any sort of way, which is, what we're all doing with intimate relationships is you're trying to navigate your personality and, combined with another person's personality while not being judgmental or not putting yourself as the blameless one. And I think that is, it's very useful to get feedback from other people to make sure that you're not thinking of yourself as above reproach, because nobody's really above reproach, right? All right, well, there were no questions on this one, but you can certainly always leave them in the comments. And I hope you guys enjoy these lives. And please do send me likes. And I hope I see some of you in the Facebook group. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Have a great day.